Hello, happy New Year, happy Tuesday, happy beginning of the first normal week after the holidays. Happy all of the above. I hope you are doing well and that you're having a fantastic week. Just wanted to come in and do my check in today and talk a little bit about circling back to your why. When you first started on this journey, you and I talked about what your motivation was, what you wanted to do, why you wanted to make some adjustments to your health, why you wanted to develop some healthy habits. And there were some very powerful things that were mentioned. And all of those things are things that are very important and very relevant to you. A lot of times when we start thinking about making changes, there can be this little external component to it. We can think, okay, well, my sister is doing this, or my mom is doing this, or the doctor told me I need to do this, or I see other people doing this. And that can be a good, stick the key in the ignition starter. But the thing that's going to put your foot on the gas pedal is your own internal motivation. And that is, with the habits of health, we're starting over with the new year. And so the habits of health focus for this week is being clear on why you're here. It's element 1 in the new life book, if you have that. Being clear on why you're here, which is just reflecting on what your current reality is, where you feel like you're at with your physical health, your emotional health, your intellectual health, your occupational health, all your environment, your healthy surroundings, all of these areas, taking a look at where you currently sit and where you ideally want to be. And there's that tension between current reality and ideal reality. And that tension is what sets you up to create your action plan for that. And I did a live video about this morning and talked about it a little bit over the weekend too, of a lot of times when we set resolutions, we lose our fire on it pretty quickly. And some of the things that can make that happen is, we start going along, we feel good about it, and then this external noise comes in that says, I can't do this. I've tried it before and I can't. I already know that I'm gonna mess up. I'm not good at it. Oh, it's too late. For me, I woke up this morning 10 minutes before my alarm was supposed to go off, and I was like, oh, well, I've got 10 extra minutes, without realizing that the volume on my iHome, because I plug my phone into my iHome speaker so that it's not next to me, because I'm a lot more tempted to push the snooze button if it's right next to me. And so I didn't realize that the volume was turned down, so my alarm I didn't hear my alarm go off 10 minutes later, and instead I woke up an hour later, which was still fine because I intentionally set my alarm for an hour earlier than I really do need to be up, just so I can get more stuff done in the morning. And so it wasn't like I was running late or anything, but I told myself this morning, it's the second day I've tried to do this and I already messed up. And instead of getting caught in that negative trap, instead of thinking, oh man, I already messed up, just recognize the good that already happened. I didn't wake up at 5 like I wanted to, but I still got out of bed at 6 and I still got things done and I was still on time to work. I still was able to accomplish what I normally would. I just didn't have that extra hour like I wanted. I didn't have the plus sign. And so, when we're thinking about our motivation for why we're starting to do something, that motivator is, it could be you want to, some of you said you want to feel better, you want to be able to wear a certain outfit, you want to go on a trip, you have a certain reward in mind, and those things are awesome. There's also, you want to be present, you want to be able to not feel like you have to say no to things because of limitations. You want to be able to just do what you want to do, live the life that you want to live. And I was listening to a podcast earlier this week, and Hal Elrod he's somebody that I really admire. He wrote the book The Miracle Morning, and The Miracle Equation is the book he was talking about on this podcast. And he said, the ultimate reason that you should set a goal is not to hit the goal. That sounds weird. You shouldn't set a goal to hit the goal, but it's to develop the qualities and characteristics of a person who is capable of achieving goals, regardless of whether or not you actually get that outcome. So let's say, for example, you set a goal to run a marathon. The idea is not, when you set that goal, the idea is not, okay, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to run a marathon. The idea is you are building the qualities and the characteristics of somebody who can consistently stick to a training plan, somebody who can keep going when things are hard, somebody who can achieve really hard things, somebody who can be committed to themselves, and some of those other things that come into play. If you know that you have to run so many miles, your brain automatically starts to think, oh, well, maybe I don't want to eat that junk food and I want to eat something else instead. Or maybe I need to drink more water. Or maybe, you're restructuring your day because in your mind, you're thinking of that outcome. And maybe as you go along with your training and whatever, you get injured. And so maybe you can't run the marathon after all. But if you can either look at it as, well, there you go, goal failed, I can't run the marathon, I'm hurt. Or you could think, okay, I didn't hit that goal, but look at all of these things that I did accomplish while I was aiming for that. I became somebody who moved my body every day. I became somebody who set a schedule. I became somebody who valued myself. I became, whatever you decide. And it changes. It's that mindset shift. I use that word a lot, mindset, but it's that mindset shift of, I don't have to hit that goal. I have to focus on the process of becoming somebody who's capable of achieving things and not be emotionally attached to that outcome. Hal Elrod also said, commit to the process every day, without being emotionally attached to the result, and you're going to hit the goal every time. So your goal when you started in this process was to become a healthier version of you, the healthiest version of you that you can possibly be. That healthy version probably has a little less weight attached to her. That person probably has more energy, but all of those things are side benefits of becoming the type of person that is a healthy person. And so committing to the process of doing those little things every day, whatever those little micro things are for you, doing those little things every day without being emotionally attached to a specific outcome, and you're going to hit the goal every single time. So with that being said, we are starting a new challenge, a new 66-day habit challenge. There was an awesome webinar kicking it off last night. The official start date is this coming Monday, the 13th. If there's something that you want to try to incorporate into your day, some little teeny shift, let me know and participate in this challenge with us. It's awesome. The last one that I did was giving myself a bedtime, and it amazed me how much just that little thing rippled over into the other areas of my life. So let me know if you want to participate, and I would love to get connected with all of you this week and see how you're doing going into the new year, resetting, recommitting, and what we're working on together this year. So I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.